It's 9 a.m. in the morning time. Now, if I can get a bunch of people over here right now, because I'm going nuts. How do we live? We're never born in the first place. 2 eyes on one person. You see the 2 matrix eyes? Because one of them is robotic. Although the soul, and we're alive with energy, but take away, don't eat and don't sleep. What will happen to you over a period of time? Use yourself up just like a battery. The more you use your battery up, the more your battery gets used. Eventually you have to plug it in. Well, the air that we breathe is that energy cell, and it's in here, the battery. You breathe, your heart pumps the blood, there's light inside of you. If there was no light inside of you, how can you see out? How do you get red eye? Every time you see red eye, it comes off of a camera, of some sort of photonic lens. Photonic, platonic, Pluto. What is plutonium? What is iron ore? What are all the elements we have? What is our blood system all about? What is the blood system and how do we sing? Oh, say, can you see? It's a suction of energy that lifts and goes down within your own mind. The more she lifts, the more she pulls out, the more the energy sucks from the other side. Where? Inside here. The tree that is upside down inside your body. The 6 card. Okay, do you see the way the diamonds are perfectly placed so the electronic eye just pulls in just enough light? The way we pull in just enough light, we're battery cells inside of us. We're alive. We're bodies. We speak. I hear you. But wait a second. Ear. Hello, ear. Hello, ear. What are you doing, ear? You're listening to everybody. But what do you hear? Just a vibration within the own sound of the moon of your head. 4, 3, and 2. Here's the outside of your head. Here's your bullhorns. This way. This is a moon. Your brain is grayish green. Your brain is a watering hose. It cools down the receptors. You want me to tell you where most of your brains are? You're sitting on them. Elvis Presley. Let's move it. The more we move, the more power we feel, the more energy we feel. We move. We speak loud. We speak bold. We get the energy from within inside. And then we tire out. What are we tiring out? What are we tiring out? Twist and shout? Every time you turn Rubik's Cube 1/4, your body, your mindset has turned 1/4. But when this 1/4 turns, it turns 4 different areas top, turns 4 different areas side, which makes the center turn 8 different areas. I don't think so. It turns a hell of a lot more than that. You have 2, 4, 6, 8. You have 8 for the center. Then you have the top side. This 8 hits 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. This 8 hits 4 is 12. This 8 hits 4 is 12. Now you got 24. You only turned 1/4 of a cube, and you got 24 hours in your day. You've gone through a whole day in 6 hours. Time cube. The conception of the understanding of the twist and shout that is within your own mind. We're battery cells and energy. You hear echoes between the mountains. Well, it's either the nipple of the mountain that you get to the peak, or you come down the mountain. You go up the mountain, you come down the mountain, you go up. If there's no space in between, time-space is 44. Why is it 44? Time equals 44. Jesus Christ equals 74 and 77. When you say Christ, creation child of heaven, you're actually saying the golden era of time heaven. Creation, heaven, Rothschild, first, 1 ST, Christ. Rothschild is the gold of time heaven. This is time heaven. It's your brain. It's how long your brain can last inside and under the water where the pineal glands and the sperm and the egg are still putting the cue into your game. Q. There's your Q. It's an IQ. because there's a circle on the eye. Take away that eye, what good is the stick if it doesn't plug itself into anything? We're puppets on a string. We use our brains to search out the message and decrypt it within our own minds. After we decrypt it, it's called something like thinking. Are you thinking? Yeah! I'm decrypting what's inside my mind. Wait a second. Oh, now I know. How long was the delay? When you watch TV, the guy's already done it. The baseball has already been hit. You want to talk about baseball? The baseball has one side, two sides, three sides sewn together by one side, two sides, three sides. This is your H, H, and I, okay? This is the first part of it, this is the middle part of it, and this is the end. Once you pass this part of the baseball, you have passed the fifth inning. In the fifth inning, that's right, this baseball is now gone. When you get to the fifth inning, if everybody was out on one pitch, you would have 15 outs and 15 pitches. A&E, 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. You got to number 4 and you're at 10. And then you got to number 5, you're at 15. 15 outs. 5 years old, the electronic world. The 2 teeth come out. The 4 teeth and the 2 teeth, you have a total of how many teeth in your mouth? Not really. There's 32, in which 4 never show up. 1/4 of your teeth, 8 by 4, 32. 4 of your teeth of 32 don't show up. You play in time heaven. T and H. When the other teeth show up, there's no room. They start pushing all your teeth. Your jaw is locked. Those teeth are just like the trunks of an elephant. It's a vibration. When you watch the old-time movies, Vincent Price, and all these Aldous Huxley, and think that your teeth aren't bringing you any vibration, why don't you do this? Do-da, do-da. My whole body is vibrating. Your bones, the skull bones, the bubbles within the skull bones are picking every vibration up that you cause. The bones is what it's all about, and the bones last forever, and that's why we can be 90 years old and still be coherent because of the bones. When the bones become brittle and break, you become weaker, you become slower, because the vibration within the bones that connect all the muscles to your body that bring up the vibration of 1 and 5. 1 and 5 equals 6, but these equal 9, because they're in between the 6. The 6 is the most important. When you think 1 is 1, 1 is 5. You see, 1 is still a thumb now. Let's minus the thumb. We still got 10. This thumb is the pincher. This thumb alone counts for 5. This one counts for 4. 5 and 4 is the sun. This one counts for 3. Now we got 12. This one counts for 2. Now we got 14. We put the ring, the 14th cube in here, is the center cube that allows me to pivot this entire game. But when I move this, I'm only moving it on a connection of the bone that's in the center. When I move this one, it's the same bone in the center on the other side. It's the same thing. We stand upright, but we live life this way. Always moving forward, always seeing forward. We don't live life this way. When you're thinking and scratching, and the lower you get and the smaller you get, the better you seem to feel. Jesus is born in the year of 33 AD or 33 BC. AD is 1 and 4. BC is 2 and 3. They're both 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 3 is caught between 1 and 4. Bullshit. Back to your mind again. You see the way your fingers come out on each side of your nose? The bull horns that push the mustache. You see this mustache? Let's put the ball inside the mustache. Wait a second. Let's put this ball. You see the way the ball is complete on each side of the mustache? Okay? When you cut the mustache off, The ball has the freedom to roam to each side. It is no longer stuck in the center. This is Hitler's mustache. My grandfather had the same mustache. Laurel and Hardy had the same mustache. They all had the down-trimmed mustache. Why? Because it was in style? Because it meant something verbally inside the vibration of one's mind. We're here on Earth, but we're not here at all. It's all a concept. You see the way there's one moon? There's one world up. You want to see the one world up, the seventh gate? Well, read my cards, because this is basically the seven gates. These are the two sides. When you flip them over, okay, the water tunnel can flow right through here. See, this is pointing the water tunnel down. This one divides it out on both sides of me. My brain is gray because it's full of water. It's blood and water and mixing, and guess what? Guess what's happening to that? I don't know exactly how it works, but the blood goes down towards your ass and turns your shit brown. You pee. You have a shower in your brain, or somewhere in your nuts there's a shower going on because there's a reservoir of piss somewhere. And that piss is cooling something off and giving the salts. The salts is giving the electricity inside your body, the function of your body, the neuron cycle. N-E-U. E and U, 5 and 21 is 26, is the doghouse, because man is in the pound. Man is no more than a pound key with one electronic eye, totaling to 54 in the sun. When you add up all of these, you have one down, you have one up, and your life is going all around. Then we tilt it sideways, and your life is going all around. Then we tilt it sideways, we go all around. Now 3 sides have been up and 3 sides have been down. We keep going, we get a total of 6. 6 times 72 degrees equals to 412, am I right? Now 6 by 7 is 420, and 12 is 432. If I remind myself 432, that's jail. If you want to go just number 3 and 2, well, that's really your jail. These 2 fingers become married to each other. This one runs the diskette, and this one reads. So they both read. They come down just a little, this one stays up, and it turns right on their hand. So we take the ball, and we put the fingers over the pitches, right? Now we want to throw the ball. But it's not this ball that's not going to make it. Which ball is going to be the last one that takes off on your hand is the same way as how it takes off in your mind. We are electronic. We are cellular. If you take this cell phone and shove it in the fire, you will see light throwing out from everything. If you take this cell phone and put it in your bones, you'll see your bones throw out energy. We're not alive, and if we are alive, we're not alive within the own realm of our mind that thinks. There's a bigger cell somewhere else. How is it that sometimes, hey, I was thinking the same thing as you? Because we're all in the same system of Rubik's Cube, time cube, which sets off 5 and 1. Why? 1 to get in from the 7th gate, 1 to move over to the inside, move in from the 7th gate into the inside 1, into the inside 2, and you got 5 all around, plus the bottom and the top. The departure time and the return time. 7 seconds, 7-second delay. Our brain is somewhere else. The real brain, the information brain is somewhere else. The information highway is somewhere else. We can think because we bring it into our own mind and we store it inside the soul of our body. We're here, but we're not here. We're part of a game. We're makeup. This too does not exist. Let me show you something. Have you ever seen MC squared? Well, the only reason you can do this is because you don't have anything else. This part goes on your baseball. Take out the 6 card. Now you think you have the 8 card because you have the 2 worlds. 6 and 2 is 8. But this is not the one you have. You need the moon. This moon that's over here. The 7, that's your moon. This is the world you're in, 2, or the world you're in down below, 2, or you have it this way. You have 4 suits. One of the suits is a diamond suit. The diamond suit can be used up as well as down. They take no sides. This is the transfer of the information. When you start designing between the points, you'll start seeing in between. This white is the same white that's on the pool ball. It's an area that you can take energy and information, bring it over, turn the information into something. It no longer becomes the white wolf that howled at the moon. It is now the information inside of you. It now becomes a green 8, which is alive, to a black 8, which has had its thoughts. The spade and the club. The reason for the club is because it connects more than one island, and the envelope is the spade. The spade is an envelope for the club. This diamond can be shoved right inside here. When you shove this diamond inside of here, look at that, it becomes a stand. This stand and this diamond holds 2 spades together in one. La 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 la. I'm going to end this video real quick. You see? Not me. Not me. See this? Not bad, eh? Now wait a second, I'm not finished. I'm not finished. You understand? We get plugged together. Everything's a plug. We're human beings. We're alive. The presidents are alive, but they are capable of reestablishing the same bead inside the head. They call it the OR theory of time heaven, TH, BTH, so Batha, so may be it. It is the computer system inside of you. It stands for 5 times 4 is 20, plus 5 and 4 is the 9, which is the passage of 29, which is Rubik's Cube. 58 is the geometrical tree for number 1, and it's the regular number, 58, for the word 2. 2 58s make the initial count for all the months of the year, in which October, November, December, okay, June, July, August will connect to October, November, December. September is the birth. 3 and 1 and 3. June, July, August. 1 is September, October, November, December. 7 months and 5 months. The Mayan is the month of May. Their calendar resets in the month of May. They own April, March. March is a December month. They own May. There's a chance that January actually belongs to December. And January 21st? No. From the birth of Christ, 19 times 19 moons, 1 and 9, 1 and 9, equals 361. And in a leap year, the 361st day, if I remember, is the 26th Boxing Day of December. 2 and 6 is 8. 26 is the letter Z, and all the banking machines have put number 26Z, and the Q on number 1 equaling to 43. Take away 10 of spirit, angel, and man. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 10. 10, 4, CB codes, 23 to creation, 1 and 4. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 9. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 11. We have 9, 11. Not only that, 1, 4, and 7 during the week, just like the piano. 1 and 7 create 8. 2 and 7 create 9, is the same thing during the week. We have 1, 4, and 7. 2 and 3 is in between 1, and 5 and 6 is in between the other. 5 by 6 is 30 creation. 5 plus 6 is the spirit angel of man. Where you connect 11 on the Monopoly board is where you go 11. When you start up in one area, you go 11. You go from one corner to the next corner, you're visiting jail. I'm just lost my trench for a little bit. What happens is when you multiply 2 times 3 and 2 plus 3 equals 5 and 6. 1, 1, 2 and 3 go here. 2 and 3 create 5 and 6 go here. You have 1 to 7. 1 doesn't get to play until it meets 2, so it plays in 3. But together, it plays in 4. Why? Because it separates itself here, 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 and here. 2 times into 2 worlds, and then you separate yourself, and you come here. That counts for the 4 card. The 4 card, the 6 card. Look what they did to the cards now. They have separated and taken the heart out of the world, leaving you with 2 worlds, and your body of the 7th gate has now been severed. This line has to go straight across, and you're more or less going 2, 3, down through 6, over through 5, through 4, and down here, 3, 65, 47. That is the Hitler mark. You don't have to say yes or no. Hitler had the short mustache. He knew what was going on. He knew that he had multiple bodies. And when he left one body and went into the other body, they manipulated the minds, because everybody has a mindset. You have brain freeze because there's something to freeze in you. Otherwise, how do you stop your body from being 98 degrees? How do you start your body to be 98 degrees if there's no energy cell within inside of you? They have separated the bicycle card. There is no more turning on the bicycle card. They have elongated the butterfly. You see the butterfly on 2 ends? If you take a look, you'll see a face, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. You see the cat? See the elongation to the center and the cat on this side? Well, this cat is Venus. Venus has no moon. Question, was it created or is it real? Mars has 2 moons. Earth is 1. The numerological count for Venus is 9 times 9, 81. The numerological count for Mars is 51. The numerological count for Earth is 52. The spirit is 76 between Mars and Earth. They both have an E and A in it, but none of them have a U, because you ain't coming back. The only U is the slingshot within your own mind. Oh, I could have had a V8, or maybe I did have a V8. My engine is on fire. I'm hot. Let's listen, I'm hot. I'm thinking well and I'm hot. I'm burning hot and I'm sick. Supporting the eggs of Venus. Supporting the club. The King of Spades supports the club. Why does it support the club? Because in Matrix, the evil know all the information, but they have to live the same life. They have to get enough money to do all their evil deeds. They must pay the system of Matrix. They must pay with their life, all their life, forever and ever. When you say we're getting less money than we are, we're actually worth 5 times or 10 times more than what you think. Well, that's what they say for the utilities. When you land on a utility, you pay 10 times the amount. Because man is 2, 2, 2, 2. And then from the other side, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then the center, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now the sides have to each give the center 10 and 10. Now we need the one corner that's missing in the game, 10. That's your 40. X, 24, L, 12, total 36. 36 plus 40 is the spirit of 76. Where did I get this from? X value in the letter district of the alphabet. L value in the alphabet and Roman numerals. Which came first? Did the Greek letters come first? Do the Greek letters own any of the numerological values of Roman numerals to where the English language does? The French language is tabernacle. I think I saw it all again. Jesus is born in 1551. 1551. If you add 1551, okay, from 1776, You see 1936? This is 19, which is the moon, creation of man. Right here. It happens in 4 by 4. 4 by 4 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 4 by 4 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. The smallest number to 4 is 1. You have 5. The biggest number is your birth, which is 9. 4 and 9 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 9 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 3 is 13, 9 and 6 is 15. 13 and 15 make your moon, because you're on the first level, A, B, C. A, B, C, B, C. The outside to the inside, the outside to the inside. Jesus born is 33 times 47. 47 is a number of time. How can we get 47? One of the ways to get 47 is out of this world, where you take the number 20. I'll take this camera down. Where you take the number 20, because we're in a 2020 world. Why? Because this, in numbers, is 2, 4, 6, 8, 20. This, in numbers, is 1, 3, 7, 9. This is 20. You have 20, 20 plus the core. Now, number 9 plays from this position over here. Why? Because your 9 is your birth. You play in this position. Your 8 is in the world you run. These are the train tracks. These are the corners in Monopoly. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 aspects. You're at the 20-yard line. You're playing football. You're at the 20-yard line. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 625. Now how do we go? From here to here, it's 1 to 5 is 15. 1 to 5 is 15. We have a total of 30. Now we go another one, we have 45. We're at the train tracks. Now we go another one, and another one, another one. We come to jail, and it's 90. We're in that this weekend. This is Valentine's Day. When you hit 90, it's because you added 9, 18, 27, and 36 equals to 90. 90 is a multiply by 2 times 45, which is today to January 1st, from January 1st to the 15th of the next month, in which a Queen Mary, died last year on the 15th. Her celebration is on the 14th, Valentine's Day. The cycle of the world must take over. When you have a total here, when you add up 1 to 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it totals to 45. You have 2 Monopoly boards, one here, where the trains are, and one here is 90. That's what you get. You get 90 because that's what you get here. This one, and this one, this one, and this one, this one, and this one. These 2 is 1 and 1. Goes here, this one becomes 2, this becomes 1, this becomes 1, 121. 11 times 11 is 121. So when we come back over here, and we make the round of Monopoly, 10, 10, 10, and 10, plus we started on 1, times 41. 41 times this equals 25,625. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 625. If we go 5 times 5 times 5 equals 125. 125 is the 5th day of the 5th month of the Mayan calendar. When this is a total, okay, this is a total, 2, 4, 6, and 8, 1, 3, 7, and 9, one of them only becomes, you have to remove the 9. So your 20, okay, becomes 11, because you remove the 9, because it plays from here. Your other 20 stays there, so you have 29. Now you have to take your 29 and your 2 dice cubes, because you're playing now in your brain. Your 2 cubes, one in your head, one in your hips. This adds up to 12. 12 and 29 is your 41 if you want to look at it that way. If you want to just go around the Monopoly board, okay, with 45, 45 take away 9 is your 36 creation. You need 2 of them, one board here, one board here. 36 and 36 is 72. 72 times 5 is 360 degrees. But there is no 5. This is the electronic. This is the way everything spins around and works. You only have these 4 out of 5. Alpha Omega on a 6-sided dice ends up equaling to 4. So that means you might be living 4 days out of the week, but you don't work on Wednesday, because Wednesday is the period between time travel between the left and right. So you work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but you can't, because Wednesday owns Tuesday and Sunday owns Monday.
So you actually, all you get is Thursday to Friday. So there's really no takeoff time for anything inside our own brain. Our brains go to sleep. They sleep every single night and we're awake. We're awake 16 hours. We're asleep 8 hours. 4 by 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 is 8. It's the phoenix bird theory that's holding everything. 4 times 4, 3 times 3. 3 and 4 is all the cycles, my friends. Why? 3 minus 4 is 1. 3 plus 4 is 7. You have 1, 3, 4, and 7. 3 is center C. Now I know I'm being misunderstood. Moon, number 57. Space, number 101. This, okay, is ISON that's coming right now. The I is because the I is the center of the thought. Take away your I from this, you have 48. 48 angels. How do you get 48 angels? A, H, and H owns everything. H owns C, H owns I in general. H, I, and C is 20. That's the dog pound. H and I is 17. That's the queen. 26 of the dog pound is the dog. And on your computer, you find number 26 and 24 right here, the cat and the dog. Every single one of these has an exact expression of our creation. How do we stay alive? Well, if you compare the cards that they were making to the cards that they are making, evolution of the mind, evolution of the time. One of them where the bicycle card is separated and one where it's still together. If you want to know where your AU is, look at right here. This, when you turn it sideways, okay, you see the way you come sideways? See the X it creates? It was never an X before, but now it's an X. This is the way it works. You see the people are going this way? The I is here. The H becomes over here. In between you create the X. Here's your 2 O's. Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dam, ready to go. The angels are sitting at the corner. The same thing is on the dam. The heart spreads apart. The heart is made more than one piece. We're put together in more than one piece. All the presidents have a body in the closet. That's why you see, watch their hairline. Look at their hair. When they go in and out, look at their hair. Look at the shape of their hair. You see the way my hair comes down here? This is because I have 1 U world, 2 U worlds, and my Urantia world. Our hairline describes it. I boiled over, I burnt my hair out. I didn't worry enough, I burnt my hair out. But look at the guy who's not thinking and worrying at all. He's got all his hair. Now this is not a right theory that I'm thinking of, but it definitely has to do something with your brain and how hot it gets. What happens to down below where your rectum is, you grow hair because you're thinking all the time. Your pubic hair is because it curls out. As it starts to burn, it frizzes and comes out. It's a thicker wireless system. We are duplicates all over the world. Aldous Huxley. Check out Aldous Huxley's work. ALDOUSHUXLEY. This is going to be the most famous guy in the entire world. Everybody will see that Aldous Huxley, all these teachers that never believed me. When I first had my revelations, I knew nothing about numbers. I didn't see a number. I didn't know anything. And I was on to Aldous Huxley. Everything I jumped on is from something I didn't know. I still don't think I really know anything at all other than how to put the numbers together. But it's within putting the numbers together that tells you, listen to the Beatles, listen to the Rolling Stones, watch Fred Red Flintstone drop dead, watch Barney rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men at a time, bullshit, Rubble, who knows it all, he's only 3 feet tall. They all have no necks. It is your neck that has punished us. This here in our neck has punished us. This butterfly gland, the thyroid, or why don't you think of it as a bloody gland that controls everything in your body just about. The thyroid and the hemorrhoid, both Roy. Roy is a god, okay? The god owns you through these elements. How many other places can I go? What can I tell you? The Tut of Tut. Did you see him? to tank, to thank, ank, ha, men. Thank Hammond. And to thank Hammond. Hamun 245, 245. 210, which is the 2 ball and the 10 ball in pool, which are both blue. They're electronic, but it's a strong navy blue. So you have to know where the navy blue comes from and whether or not the white that's inside the circle of the ball will turn it into baby blue. Where your brain, okay, cools down the battery pack and it turns to different colors of shades of green and yellow. How we get the colors in our mind, how the systems pick up colors. We have yellow to piss. We have our poop, that is number 2. They call it 1 and 2. We are brains. It's just an element picking up another vibration. Go to the Rocky Mountains and see what happens. You become brain light. Why? Because the pressure is no longer on and it lifts. If you really stay there long enough, no matter what, you'll feel good with inside your brain. But it's the gravity that pulls you down within your blood. You're showering. You have an organ in your head that sees and does everything. He sees right out your eye. And then all of a sudden you start to speak. Not minding your own business, it's what he saw. So speak a little bit slower. So we saw this coconut, that he's being held on earth by a puppeteer of strings. You notice it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It could not be anything else. Now it only needs one signal in. It needs to connect to your arms on each side. And now your thinking process is 3, 6, and 9. See the way they're here? But when it all started out, this is what happens now. Now you're floating off the ground. They have full control of your mind. And because they have full control of your mind, they now connect your body. Where do we get 21? 10 on this side, 10 on this side. Man is nothing more than 1 and 2. 2 for the body and 1 for the mind. 20 becomes 23, 20 becomes 23. This man becomes 46, 64. Israel, 0 becomes 64. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 is the 24 hours in the day, and the 6 and 4 is the 6 and 4 are between 5, 4, and 6, which is the galactica residency within your mind. 4 times 6 is 24, 4 plus 6 is 10, 34, Earth and Mars. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 12 and 7, 19 on both sides, 19, 38, S and S. EARS, ears to you, 2002. 2002 passed, they shut down a cycle. They need to break things in this world, to control things in this world. Every time something bad happens, usually everybody looks. 10 rule to 55, because 0 is 9. Why? Because 9 is 1. 1 and 9 is 10. 1 and 9 is 10. 1955 or 1055 is the same thing. 55 and 19 is 74. 6 times 4 is your 24 times 74. 4 by 7 is 28, the moon. 4 plus 7 is 11, spirit, angel, and man. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 by 7 is 28, and 8 is 36, creation of your face, the crestation. 4 plus 7 is 11. 4 plus 2 is 6. 11 and 6 is 17. 17, 1 and 7 is 8. The spirit of 76. 9, 8, and 7 plus 7, 8, and 9 equals 1776. 2002 by 31. Why do we use these numbers? Because there's only 3 that we really get to use. These are the outside. When your radio goes, this is the outside of the record player. This is the center that turns it, and these are the needles that read it. 47. Why? Because this is the number of time. The number of time. 47 times this, we don't want it to go over. We don't use a 5. You use 5, you go on to the other side. We have to stay on this side. This is the only one we can use anywhere we want. Why? Because it's this multiplied by this or added will always equal its own number. 7 times 2 is 14. This side is the same thing. This side will always use the same number. But if you multiply anything times 3, you only can multiply it by 4. Why? Because 4 is the other side of center C, which is 2. 2 times 4. 47. 7 times 7 is 49. Take off 2 for the field. Take off 2 for the field. You got 94 yards in the field and 6 points for the touchdown and another 6 yards. What happens to Canadian football? It's 7 times 8. 7 times 8 is between 6 and 9. Between 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You start on 9. You already used one spirit. Which thumb are you using? You're connecting two thumbs to hold one item. Noah's birth, 21 times 470 equals Noah's being born at 987. Abraham and Jacob, same number, 987. 987 is 1974. 74 is the geometrical tree. Dead center, adding up, 1 to 36, the center of number 5. Add on 9 to 5, because there's a birth with every 9. Add on 5, 14, 23, 32. They're all 5s. They're all 11 and 11. 1 and 4 is 9. 2 and 3 and 2 is 11 each. Why? 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals your 11 equals your 56. 56 goes between 4 and 7. The multiplication is your 3. 2, 3, 4, 7. 21 times 47 is 987, 1974. 1974 to 2013 is 26 and 13 equals 39. When you add up the 7th inning stretch, there are 39 outs. You have met the 7th gate. We meet the 7th gate, and it's right now, and it is today that it opens. The 7th gate is like a drawbridge. It's like this, and then it's like this, and then it's like this. It sinks down. I mean, I don't know how to cup it in. Okay? Cup it in. 21 by 47, 987. Abraham in the 7th gate, 5 and 4, SUN equals 54. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 3 times 3 times 3 in the other world is 27. Now you put them into the center, it becomes the sun. When you move it dead center, 27 and 6 dead center is 33. 27 and 6 dead center, 33, you got 66 and 66. A total of 132. You have to do it 3 times because you have 6 sides, you do it 3 times. So you have 180 and 18 is 198. 198 means one section of 98, 1 is 9. So it means in the 9th position of your telephone, add up, W plus X is 47. W and X, W 23, X 24, you have number 47. Now before X, okay, before W, I'm sorry, before W, you automatically have the V. This is Grover Cleveland. Grover Cleveland, Grover Cleveland. The one in between. 22, 23 is 45. Fox. 23, this is time. What goes with this? VX, this. The Y becomes 25 and 22. 25 is 5 times 5. V, 11 times 2 is 22. Why? Because when you're 50, you're only 10 years old. When you're 55, you're 11. When you're 60, you're 12. And when it's retirement, you're 65 and you're 13. 65 plus 13 is 7 and 8. The 7th gate to the 8th heaven, which is a 4 heaven only. Why is it a 4 heaven? Because everything is 4. This 5 is nothing. This is your one life inside 4. But your 4 becomes the 9. The 4 remain on the outside, and the 4 remain trapped on the inside. You have 5 and 4 on your 9 card, and none of these positions are doubled. This card is doubled. 5 and 4 is the same card. God gives the sun its light. God gives us his energy. Comes out of it. How does he do it? Through this machine. 27, 27 comes to the center of 54. Then in the center is the rotation. 54 and 6 is 60. Add another 6 is 66. You add another 6 is 72. 7 and 2, 1 plus 7. 1 plus 7, 2 plus 7. The 7th gate. This one makes the perimeter of the house of Venus. The 7th gate, it's like a jack. Let's pick it up. What does this look like? What is it? Hold on a second. What does this look like upside down compared to this? This is both 1 and 7 are almost like the same card. I'm not sure which else to go, but usually no one passes 44 minutes. Your 6 is nothing. Absolutely nothing in the game. If there's not a dot in the center, your creation is not there. So 4 and 2 does not make it. But if you use the 5 and 2, now you make it. But now you're stuck in both worlds, and the 5 becomes the card of who you are. This is who you are. You are the 9th birth, but your complete body is this. 5. 5 and 9, 9 and 5, E-I-N-S-T-E-I-N, because 7 times 4 is 28, 7 plus 4 is 11. 4th letter is D, 7th letter is G. What more do I have to say when the center is this? O says G-O-D, God in the doghouse, because you're the God of your own mind. You get to do the same thing of God. You get to pick up the information through Rubik's Cube. 7 times 4 is 28. But what else do we get from 28? Seven and 4. G and D. What do we get? 5 and 6 is 11. How do we get the 11? 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 11. B, C. 23 equals W. W, O. Cow, Dow. Anyways, this is not what I wanted to do. 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28 days of February. 14 days to this side, 14 days to this side, and 15 days to this side. The year, okay, when you go 365 days, here is all the way around the sun. In the first year of 365, you end up here. In the second year of 365, you end up here. In the third year of 365, you end up here. And in the fourth year, you come back to the start again. So you're falling behind 3 every single time you lose this within your own mind because they set the clock. 7 times 4 is 28. How do we get 28? 5 plus 9 equals 14. 6 plus 8 equals 14. Do we have another one? 4 and 10. We can't do it. These are the only 2 ways. These are the only 2 ways we're going to get these numbers here. 1 times 4, this equals 9. 1 and 4, this equals 9. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. 6 times 8 is 48 equals 62. Did you see on the other page how we got 62? 62 comes out of here. 13 times 2 is 26. 13 times 2 is 26. This is 808 Herbert Hoover. See the 7, 1, and 4, your days of the week? This is look up this. This is Saturn, Libra, Low Shoe. This is Saturn. 7, 1, 4 goes in the center. A plus the 7th gate equals 8, which is usually over here, but there is no 8 because 8 exists in 6. 54, 54, 108, plus base, 110 stories of the Twin Towers. It goes like this. 6 goes here and 6 goes here. We have 13. 5 goes here and 5 goes here. 11 plus 2, we got 13. We got 26 into the center, which equals 8. We bring everything in. We bring everything in. We bring everything in. Inside right over here because this is the box of our life. The same as this thing over here. The space that you don't see. The space over here, and the space over here, and the space over here all have numbers. They're coordinates. This one 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Spirit, 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 and moon, spirit, moon, and sun, spirit, moon, and sun. 1 and 3 is 4, and 5 is 9, and 7 is 16, and 9 is 25. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 and 4 is 7, and 5 is 12, and 6 is 18, and 7 is 25, 25, the 50 golden years. ZX is 50, AS is 20, QW is 40, 50 is 90. It's right now today, plus the 20 world of 10 and 10. Roman numeral says this is 10. There is no 20 but here, but this gets divided. You see the way that she divides everything up? Everything is self-explanatory. So let me get back to 7 times 4. 5 plus 9 equals 14N. 5E. 9I, N, 14. 5, 9, 5, 5, 9 equals 19. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 7G, and 12AB, you got a bag. Why? Because when you put B, your G comes out of it right here, and your G comes out of it right here. There's your two G's inside of your B. See the way you get 8, 8, 8? Here to here is 8, here to here is 8, here to here is 8. Here is your U, and here is your V. Here is your X within here. Now we're going to go back. E5, I9, N, 14. 7, 4 times 4 equals 28. Letter B, H, also noted for 20, TBH. Beta time heaven, for the mind, the moon that's in your head. When we come back over here, 7 by 4 is 28, 7 plus 4 is 11. 5 plus 9 is 14, this is 14. Now if we did 6 and 8 equals 14, we'd have F, we'd have H, and we'd have N. F, H, and it says Fash. Okay, let me do it again. 6 is F. 8 is H. This equals 14. This is N. A, D, N, D, N, A, F, A, C, H. Take away the H because it's silent in many languages. It says face. Face heaven of man's mind. This and this, when you put 8 and 6 next to each other, you get 6, 9, and 8 all together. The percentage, the division between the two worlds. The reason we have Rubik's Cube larger is because we have to see the two worlds. This is your percentage, and it's on the 5 key. So now that you have 5 and 9, you have EI, and equals 14N. When you add it to 11, when you add this one over here, 6 times 8 is 48, plus 14 equals 62. This is F and B. Okay? F and B is 2 and 6. This says dog. This is the letter Z. The tail of man. N, Z, same letter. N and Z. 7 plus 4. 7 times 4. 7 plus 4. 11 and 28 equals 39. 39 equals S and T. 39 equals R and U. If it was Nibiru, in these sections over here, your RU end up here in the 7th inning stretch. But the S and T, okay, is 19 and 20. The 19th and 20th letter. The 19th letter is here, the 20th letter is here. The R and U is the 18th letter is here, the 21st is here. One side of the board, the other side of the board. This is what it does. 39 and 39 is 78, and they all connect. 78 is when you add 1 all the way to 12 equals 78. October equals 78. 8 times 7 is 56. 5 plus 6 is 11, the same as 4 and 7 was 11. This equals 67, which is water. Excuse me. This is 11. 5 by 6 is 30. 5 plus 6 is 11 equals 41. We're back to 4 and 1 again. Okay? 1, 4, and 7. Take out 1, throw 7. We live between 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. Back to Einstein. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4. 39 is S and T. S and T, repeat the number E, I, and N. Einstein theory of 76. Related in 34. Why 34? Because this number over here is 74. This number is 70. This number is 62. This number is 78. This number here is 86. So all your numbers are here. Where do I get this from? This is the roulette table. Okay? This is the roulette table. So when Jesus is born, 33 times 47 equals 1551 after Moses. 15 and 51, 5 times 5 is 25 is 7. You have 177. You have 15. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 and 7, back to 15 again. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 6 and 5, which equals 11 again. So you have Einstein. Spirit of 76, right? 1776. Half of this is 888. Half of this is 444. Half of this is 222. In between here and here is 592 times 3. In between here and here is 396. 394. Is that what this is? 290. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. 3, 6, 10, 16, 24. 1 times 1776. 2 times 888. 3 times 592. 4 times 444. 6 times 294. 6 by 2 is 1200. 1800. Take away 296. 8 times 222. 6 and 8 is 14, 15, 16, 20, 26, 28. Time heaven, the moon. 7, 8, 15, 24, 28, 37, 38, 39. 7, 15, 24, 25, 26, 28. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 plus 4 is 11. Einstein, 1776. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 plus 6 is 13. 6 and 4. 4, 5, and 6, Galactica Federation. They spell out the name of the Galactica Federation that creates the game, the energy in the game. 28 and 28 is 56. It fits between 4 and 7. 39 and 28 is 67. You now connect your 67. 32 over here. You now connect your 54. You now have 57, 64. Is that what I can use? 57, 64? This year is 57, 75. 11 years away from this. Exactly the time I started studying all this stuff. This is the Einstein theory of time cube. You live 5 for your computer, but 8 for your body. So I'm assuming that when you're 50 years old, you're 400 years old inside, because you've used every part of your body for your thinking. 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8. The other cycle is 13 plus 31, 31 plus 13, 13 plus 31, and you'll get all the numbers of disasters all over. Titanic sank on April 15th. April 15th is counting the cards in the deck from 1 all the way to king, then to 14. Ace equals to the day of 105. 105 is in a set. 105 times 4 suits is 420, which stands for 80 and 88. I'm not going to get into it right now, but the 105th day was April 15th. The Titanic went down, and the number of Grover Cleveland and the number of people on the ship and the number of people that went through the disaster are the same number as counting 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not 1. Because the only one that went down was the II captain of the ship, in which I will show you one more part, okay, is when you take H and then you take H. All of a sudden from one H we connect the two together. We get 3 H's. 8, 8, and 8, 24. When we turn it this way, we now have II and I, 27. 8.5 innings played in baseball. One team has 27 outs, the other 24. One is 9 times 3, one is 8 times 3. But in between all of this, we have C and C and C and C and C and C. U, N, or C as upper deck. If we classify it this way, we have 6, 6, 6, which is 18. 9 innings and 9 innings each. When we do it this way, we have 14 and 21, which is 35. 35, 7, 10 and a half, 14. 3.5 grams per ounce. 35, 35, 35, 105, 3, 6, 9, 18. 18 plus 105 is 123. 50 stars on the flag. 2.5 dozen eggs in a tray. 43, the series of Earth and Mars and Barack Obama. 1, 2, 3, times 47 a time equals 5781, minus, because the dice is up, minus 7 years, okay, is 5774. This is the same time period that we're in. 3 times 19 is ice on the moon. 74 is the geometrical scale. It's the Einstein theory of creation. It comes set with the Big Bang. That the only Big Bang there was is when the blast came off your father into your mother, and then your big mind was built. The sperm of your father is still in your head. And it's directing you, and that's why you're so much like your father, because you are your father. You're your mother's head and your father's director. He's director of the sperm, which is the line inside the cube. The dot on the I has grown bigger. Take the dot on the I and grow it bigger than the line. Should we do that? Here's the line, but here's the dot on the I. Now we have the letter I. I is 9. A line is only supposed to be like a small L, which is 12. 4 by 3, earth and the mind become 12. 1 and 2 equals 3 again. 3 by 3 goes back into 9. You created your Q. Your Q into life. This corner gets removed. On bank machines, you now run the Q from over here. How do I know this? Because of my dentist, Dr. Carrier, okay, my dentist. She got me this, and it was missing the Q, number 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 15. 15 equals to 11. This is 26, because the 26 is missing. This is the dog. Both these are put together on the bank machine. They total 43. 43 times 47, the Einstein theory, equals to the year 2021. We are in the year right now because man was created in 6 days. Well, that's 6 years. Add or take off 6 years from here, you have 2015. 2015 is this baseball. This is the 0. Here's your 1 and 5 in the center position. 5 by 3 is 15, creation of the angel spirit. 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 5 is 18, plus 8 is 26, the dog pound. That's how it works out. You have all your ages as you go. At the same time, within the 8, within the 5 is a 3, a 4, and a 1. Why? Because that's the way it works. Top left, bottom left equals 2. Same way as this dice cube, same way as this dice cube. You see the way the 5 is next to the 3? Well, I take the 5 and put it next to the 3. No matter what I do, this corner will always be in this corner. And if you take a look at it, okay, it becomes an 8. But it becomes an 8 and a 6. It's the 7 because you do not count the center one in both of them. Just crisscross. You need it to crisscross. You need the center to crisscross from one side to the other. This creates your 6 and 9 and your 8 within 1. When you draw it, it creates a 7th gate and the letter X. The X in Roman numerals is 10. There is no 20. 20 is false. You take 20 to get 10 or 5 change, or you spent it all, but you definitely did not spend 20, because in Roman numerals it does not exist. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. It's time for a coffee. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. There's so much more and so much more to do. Have a nice day. Raphael 5775 in the constellation of Pegasus, or the time of the Hebrew calendar, 57 is the moon. M-O-O-N. 57 is Ison. 3 times 19 in the French language. 10 to 19, 60 plus 19, and 80 plus 19 is the way the French count. Then they separate 17, 18, and 19, because in French they say 10-7, 10-8, 10-9. So now you have to look up CB codes, 10-7, 10-8, 10-9, see what you get, and look up all CB codes, because they're the beta creation of what the Minecraft can do with inside of you. Thank you for watching. And then again, one other thing, Y2K removes the ace at the beginning. Now the total of the ace when the ace is removed is 90. Today, 90 days from February 14th. When you take that ace and you put it to the top, you get 105. Times 4 is 420, the pot club. Because when you smoke your pot, you separate the clam with inside and it floats. Now you can have the vibration a little bit easier because your mind was put into charge. Your mind is put into charge over what your soul wants. Oh, I want it, 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 and I have it. And I appreciate you watching.